Black July 1983, the symbolic beginning of the civil war in Sri Lanka. Starting from 23rd July 1983, Sri Lanka saw the most unfortunate series of events that forever changed the social and political landscape of Sri Lanka. Widely known as the Black July, it was the outbreak of massive anti-Tamil riots that darkened the history of Sri Lanka and brought a bad reputation to the country. The chaos continued for a week. The riots were triggered by the arrival in Colombo of the bodies of 12 soldiers and a police officer, all Sinhalese, from the 1st Battalion of the Sri Lanka Light Infantry. The soldiers had been killed by Tamil rebels in Tinnevelly in Jaffna district. At the end of the day, on 24th July 1983, the families, friends and members of the public had gathered to Colombo to pay their final respects to the fallen soldiers. Tensions grew among the mobs gathered and they began to assault Tamil civilians and destroy their properties. Violence soon spread throughout the rest of the capital and its suburbs. It soon spread to the other parts of the country. It was reported that angry mobs with water sluice in their hands went on rampage, setting fire to Tamil houses and businesses. Tamil people on the road or in their homes were assaulted or killed inhumanly. The government's involvement in this mass uprising was highly suspected. It is said that the Black July riots were well planned and organized. Certain groups in power were suspected of issuing copies of water sluice to the mobs and transporting the mobs to particular points in government vehicles. While the Sri Lankan government officials denied involvement with the race riots, the government's inactivity in avoiding violence suggested their undeniable involvement in the violence. The Black July became a strong motivation for the LTTE in recruiting Tamil militants, and thus it fueled the civil war between the government and the Tamil separatists. The war dragged on for nearly 30 decades, and the country suffered heavily as we lost a lot of financial and human resources. The landmarks of the post-colonial political situation of Sri Lanka laid in the way for racial violence, disturbances and misunderstandings. It was the year 1948 that Sri Lanka gained independence from the British Crown. At the time of the independence, the Sinhala and Tamil politicians failed to amend the political setup to prevent complete domination by an ethnic majority. It was a crucial mistake. It was the year 1956. The SLFE came to power as a coalition named Mahajana Eksath Peramuna. In 1956, the Sinhala Only Act was passed by the government, making the Sinhalese the official language. This threatened the very survival of the Tamils as an ethnically and culturally distinct people. In 1958, the government attempted a compromise by passing Tamil Language Special Provisions Act. The years 1956 and 1958 became landmarks as island-wide ethnic riots took place over the issue of the Sinhala Only Act. 1981, burning of the Jaffna Public Library, with the loss of over 95,000 books, artifacts and palm writings. This incident proved the German poet Heinrich Heine's prediction that people who burn books will end up burning people. It so happened in 1983.